Hello, 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 it's Kevin here. Again, Sunday morning, and what am I doing? Making a video. So, this is introduction number 48, our third season or series 101 introductions. As you may or may not know, we're looking for new IELTS questions or topics that people have shared. People have just taken the exam. This is the latest one that was newly reported in January. Today, many teenagers rely greatly on technology when learning. Is this a positive or negative development? Well, we'll find out. Now, usually we just have one essay for review. Today we've got 2 and 5 introductions. So we'll take a look at mine first, and then we'll see what everybody else has written. So, as always, there's a bit of paraphrase here, your thesis, introduction, but as always, I'm going to get straight down to the essay. Okay, so paraphrase a topic, sentence 1, answer the question, sentence 2. That's it. The ability of adolescents to access information instantaneously through technology may initially seem to represent a significant advancement in educational practices. However, in my view, it's detrimental because it promotes shallow comprehension and erodes critical thinking skills. What do I mean? Well, we'll talk about that. So, I'm not going to read it all out. You can read it for yourself. But I say, right, when it's merely when I was at school a long time ago, we didn't have computers. We just had books. When I was at uni, we did have computers, but we would spend more time in the library getting the books out and reading those. It wasn't simply go on to Google and type in your question. You had to go into the library, do some reading. Anyway, what does that mean when it's a click away? Superficial. What does that mean? So, for a lot of kids, it's simply about not understanding why, but simply getting an answer. That's it. Many educational systems, this is what they do. It's about the correct answer, not understanding why that's the answer or understanding the subject. Now, I go into specifics here. Now, in the 2 essays I'm going to be commenting on, what you'll see is there's no specific example. It's very general. Right? They say some tools, some subjects, as you'll see. But here I say, well, for instance, algebra, right? Instead of using your brain to solve them, you might use a computer. You might use a calculator app. Now, when I'm doing calculations, if I have to do so for financial reasons, I'm crap at maths. But then again, I'm not studying maths as a subject. So I use a calculator. But if you're at school, you need to understand how this stuff works. You can't really do that. As I says, this quest for immediate gratification dissuades the patience. In other words, people can't be bothered. They want the answer now. But that's no good for your intellectual growth. What's the second reason? Right? Significant, right, it can undermine your critical thinking. Right, so now, like again, at uni, we'd have a reading list. I'd go take all the books out and I'd read all the books. I'd read them all. Right? And that would tell me, then I would critically analyze this side or that side or whatever. Yeah? That's what I would do. But, for example, to give another one. Now, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but the church bells are chiming because it's Sunday. And Mass is at 10 o'clock. I'm not going to stop recording. It won't last long. I don't even know if you can hear this on the audio, but that's what happens here, because they're mostly Catholic. I'm not Catholic myself. I'm Church of England. But anyway, if you can hear it, it's not so loud. If you can't hear it, that's okay. Now, for example, right, they type in the impacts of climate change on Google, and they uncritically accept whatever shit turns up on their screen. Now, I don't like Google because it's got a lefty bias. It is biased. All right. So when I get search results, I have to read a few to try and find out what I think is a good answer. But anyway, you get the point, right? We don't synthesize, we don't read different sources, we go straight to Google and believe whatever shit Google tells them. So, what does that do? No reflective thought, no critical thinking skills. You just believe what Google says. And actually, for many of my students on the internet and on italki and IELTS 9, I keep getting people and I say, where did you get this from? Because it's, I say, oh, I got it from the internet. So I say, what? The internet, that magical land where everything is 100% accurate and true. And when I say it like that, they start laughing because they know what I'm talking about. They know. The internet, that magical place where everything is true. Well, so, anyway, in conclusion, blah, 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 blah. So, I'll put that on the screen. I'm not going to read it. You can read it. I've already read it. I wrote it. So, I hope you can see the general idea though, yeah? Okay, yeah. So, you can pause and read the whole thing. Now, as I said, for the students' ones, they don't do this. They don't give specifics. Let's have a look at cuts. Oh, yeah, right, here. Just get it a little bit bigger. Okay. Now, possible distractions, okay. The wider what? Wider is a comparative adjective, so we need a noun. The wider what? Now, first, why is it foremost? Simply first. You keep using it first and foremost. All right. So, distraction. Now, right. Unlimited number of subjects, such as what? What group are you talking about? Are you talking about young people in general? Seek the sources. Okay, what sources? What for? What specifically? That's very, very vague. It doesn't give me anything. It's, we understand it, but it's like, well, what specifically? What particular group? What subjects? What technology? What tools? So this one's good, right? So this one's basically talking about PDF, but again, like, greatly. So that probably means in this context, excessively, over reliance. So not just simply using it in conjunction with other tools, but overly relying on tech. So, but when I'm on my laptop doing my work, I don't get any ads and buzzes and stuff. I don't know why you would get yours. But, okay, so there are some distractions here. Okay, unlimited number of subjects. Well, you could do that in a library as well, So, again, that's a little bit vague. Now, this sounds good, right? Because I don't read paper books now. All of my books, of which I have quite a lot, are on PDF because I read them on a tablet, which is the same size as a book. Okay, so that's not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, like I say, not too bad. Now, this next one. Right. So, these days, many teenagers use technology for education. Yeah, but it says greatly, that adverb. So, does that mean greatly, excessively? So we've got some articles here. The positive aspects, your preposition, tough, some spelling, enhance, a verb, not enhancement, a noun. Now, what tools? What technologies? What subjects? What tools? What technologies? What tools? What are you talking about? Right? So, it's only children 55 words. It's a little bit short, but I hope you can see the point. It doesn't tell me anything. There's some tools that some people use that solve some problems, but what are you talking about? It's just so vague. That's not going to really work when the examiner reads it, because they'll be asking the same questions. Well, what are you talking about? What particular things? Okay, now, introductions, we've got 5. That's good. Technological. Yeah, that's the adjective. And then, okay, the drawbacks, what are they? Okay. Article. Now, possessive or genitive. Children's learning being overly dependent. Alright. Dependent on, that's your dependent prepositions. Certain prepositions go with certain nouns and verbs, etc. So, dependent on, not to. The internet always has a definite article. Viral, I won't use viral. That only means when you've got some kind of a post that goes around. You mean quite common or quite widespread. And usefulness aside, students' health. Okay, so not too bad, not too bad. Like I say, that's not bad, but too vague. Doesn't really tell me anything. Oh dear, sorry. Bit of a cough. So I'll just put mine on the screen so you can see the whole thing. I'll leave it. Is that all on? Hang on. Oh. Let me. Right. Is that? Come on. Okay. There you go. So I'll leave that there. You can have a look at it. Hope that helps. Okay. So when you give examples, make them specific. Alright? Climate change, a Google search, uncritically accept, so they don't cross-reference. Okay. The same thing here. Algebra, using a calculator without understanding the concepts of algebra, etc. So this is the kind of thing that's going to develop and boost your task response score. Okay. Anyway, I'll leave that there, and I'll see you next time for the episode 49. Not sure what that topic is. We're doing Cambridge 19 Task 1 Test number 3. I think that's going to be the next video, because we did Cambridge 19 Academic Writing Task 1 a few weeks back. We did 2 a few days back. So number 3 is currently in the group. If you're in Telegram, or if you're watching on YouTube, links below, you can go and join, and you can click and join us and take part. Maybe it'll be your writing a review next time. Don't forget my new podcast, kevsenglishpodcast.com. Again, link below. I'm on Spotify. You can find me there. So I'll see you next time.